Hello, I'm here with my dear friend. Um,
Michael St. Andrus.
and he is also an actor. And so I thought it was hilarious because one of the main comments that I get from people, or I hear my other actor friends say, is that when we tell them we're actors, their first thing is, "Well, what have we seen you in?" So, what do you tell people when they ask, "What have?"
I tell them that 90% of the actors that are successful and that are making a living at it are people that they never know and will never see them in anything. I said, so you probably feel the same way about me. I said, but I'm working. I work on a regular basis. I produce work. I direct. I choreograph. I write. I said, so being an actor is not always just about what you do on stage or on film or television. It's about just being connected as an artist to creative opportunities and doing what you can to be a part of it. I said, so that's what that's about.
Now he's being nice now because what he told me was, "I don't know you. I don't know what you've seen. I don't know your background." That's what he told me a minute ago, and I
That
was
is
like,
true.
"That's good."
I was trying to sweeten it up since this is going out into the public. But no, she's absolutely right. And that really is the way that I feel because they don't, most people don't even know what the struggle is for people who seek careers in this level. First of all, it's a very trying, demanding profession. And it's not for thin-skinned people, and it's
At
not for
all.
people who are cowards, and it's not for people who aren't willing to face certain truths about what their options are. You have to be very honest with yourself because at some point you have to identify where you fit in terms of your talent, your ability, and what it is you're trying to achieve.
Absolutely.
And nobody can outline that for you. You kind of really have to work it out for yourself.
Exactly.
And so I just tell young people when they inform me that this is a pursuit that they have, I tell them the first thing you do is start getting as much preparatory stuff in place. Get some training so that you technically understand. If you're in a theater, nobody has time to explain to you. If you're given a direction, the director doesn't have time to explain to you what he's trying to get you to do. You need to have a sense that says you get the direction and you're able to do what he wants.
Exactly.
And that's how a lot of people get cast, the way they respond to direction. 'Cause
Exactly.
the director says, he gets it, she gets it. That's somebody I
They
can.
want someone to redirect
That's
well. Yeah.
exactly. So it's just being prepared, having an open mind. Don't allow yourself to be forced into a corner. People says, "Oh, well, you get typecast." I said, and I used to say to that, the key word in that is cast.
Oh, right. And I will get typecast all the way to the bank.
How
So
about that? Yeah. So I don't get too worried. I'm an exploratory actor, so I like things and I'm older now, so I know most of what I'm going to be doing from this point on in my career in terms of acting is going to be character work, which is fine because I think I am a character, and I think that I've got enough background and experience to bring just about any character that would be brought to me to life in an interesting way.
So a lot of the people who will probably be watching are not going to be actors, and they won't really know what exactly a character actor is. Can you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, it's very simple actually. We all have types that we recognize in our families. You've got Uncle Joe the drunk. You've got your Aunt Teresa, who everybody says is a floozy. You have your Grandma Teresa, who is everybody says she's heaven spent. People who represent a particular idea about a human stereotype are character actors, and oftentimes they're the most interesting characters in shows, plays, and movies and things that we see because those are the characters that we remember because of
Exactly.
the things that they bring to us. So it's really character actor sort of defines what it is, really.
Right. They're the ones who drive the story.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have any life advice for people, for young people who are just, trying to figure life out? What would you tell them in general?
Well, this is kind of standard, and it probably is cliched on some level, but just because it's a cliche doesn't mean it's not true, or it doesn't mean that it's not operable. What I really would encourage all young people to do is, first of all, accept that your journey is your life. It's not something separate. You don't have a journey and then you have a life. It is a road that you're on. And that road is fraught with all kinds of challenges, unforeseen things, disadvantages that you have no way of knowing ahead of time, so you can't necessarily be prepared for them. But what you can do is find out enough about who you are. We're not just physical beings.
Right.
We're spiritual. We're part of a universe that is vast and that offers all kinds of amazing things that you can put to use to help fashion the life that you want for yourself. The better you know who you are, the better you're able to move forward in making your dreams come true. And the difference between a dream and a hope is a dream remains inward. A hope is something that you can actually flesh out and bring into reality. So be vigilant, be open-minded, always seek to understand and to better know what's around you, and learn how to connect and communicate with people. One of the biggest things that we have going for us as human beings is our ability to connect to each other.
Exactly.
And I wish more people really understood that. I'm the kind of person, I can talk to anybody. And I'll sit up and I just engage, and I have some of the most fascinating encounters with people by just being open and
Exactly.
being willing. That's how you learn.
Exactly.
That's how culture is exchanged. I learned, developed my interest, and eventually my ability to speak German because I found the language so overpowering. I thought it was something I could never do. And I had a neighbor who was German, and she would spend 2 hours a day helping me learn the language. And I eventually added that to my arsenal of.
So you fluent in German now?
I wouldn't say that I'm fluent.
But you know enough to be
I know
dangerous.
enough. I can read certain things. I can have a low-level conversation. I couldn't have a philosophical thing like we're doing, but I could have a decent conversation with someone.
Okay.
Yeah. So just be open. Don't be afraid. Take challenges. Move yourself forward. Don't respect the people in your life who care about you, but you have to understand that they care about you does not give them permission to impede your progress as a human being.
Can you say that again?
Yes. Don't let people's genuine love and concern for you impede your progress to pursue your dreams. Sometimes we have to let the people who love us most, mainly our parents or siblings or other people in our family, that as much as you respect them and appreciate that they care about you, that at the end of the day, you're the one who has to be happy with the choices you make.
Absolutely.
And the choices you make may not always sit well with them. And for a lot of parents, particularly parents who have invested a lot of energy into their children, they feel like their children are not heeding their advice or not listening to them or that they're ignoring them. And that's not the case at all. The whole idea of being a parent is that you raise a bird that flies from the nest. You don't see the mother bird trying to keep the little, she doesn't try to anchor him down in that. Honey, if anything, she pushes him out that nest as soon as she can get him out because she's looking for her next crop of babies, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm putting it in a humorous context, but I'm very serious about that. So you have to assume the power in your life.
Okay.
Don't surrender it. You don't owe it to a husband. You don't owe it to your parents. You don't owe it to your siblings. What you owe them is acknowledging that they're important to you and that you respect them and love them. But you don't owe them a surrender of who you are.
Absolutely.
And that's very hard for a lot of people to do.
That's really important. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
I really appreciate
All right,
that.
may I hug you?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And much success to you.
Thank you.
All righty.